How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store is wrapping up its Critics' Choice sale this week, and I want to highlight 10 of the deals that are a little bit more on the pricey side and deals I haven't mentioned yet. Some pretty good deals. I know a lot of people are down on this sale, but guess what? The sale's ending this week. There are some good deals that are available, and there probably is going to be a new sale this week, so all is going to be good. Let's get right into it, some solid pickups here. Let's start things off with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is 50% off for $29.99. Yes, this has been out for a little bit. It's not, like, as deep of a discount that you guys might like to see, given that it's been out for like 9 months or so, I think. Yeah, it's been quite a while, but this is still such a great value. You get Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 and all of the game's respective DLC. Mass Effect 2 obviously still holds up as a phenomenal RPG, and Mass Effect 1 obviously is the one that they tried to upgrade, and yes, it is better than what it was in 2007. Like, if you go back and play the initial 2007 version, that version has not held up that well, but you know, this version is better. It still shows its age quite a bit, but still solid, and Mass Effect 3 I think is quite good as well. Barring the ending, it's still a pretty rock-solid game, and Mass Effect 2, again, a tremendous game. All three for $29.99 I think is great. It should be noted the games are included with EA Play, so if you did take advantage of that offer that was like 3 months for $5, you can play it that way. Otherwise, buying it for $30, not a bad pickup at all here. Next up, we have Monster Hunter World Iceborne Master Edition, 25% off for $29.99. Now, yes, not a steep discount on this one as well, but this one has been holding up in price, and at the end of the day, this is such a great value. You get the base Monster Hunter World game, and then you also get the Iceborne expansion, and the Iceborne expansion is a sizable expansion. Capcom was, you know, updating the game with new content pretty regularly, so, you know, asking to pay $40 at the time for an expansion, you had to expect a sizable amount of content, and yes, they added a sizable amount of stuff in Iceborne. With this Master Edition, like, if you're getting into Monster Hunter World for the first time, like, do bear in mind that this is an expansive game to get into. You can easily spend over 100, 120 hours in this game, and keep playing it after that, to be perfectly honest. So if you're looking to pick up a lot of games in the near future with all the games coming out, you know, this is one that you do have to set aside some time to, and you have to be invested into for a little while to get everything out of it. But $30 for this from a content standpoint and a value standpoint, I think is quite good. Next up, I do want to give a shout to Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on the PlayStation 5. This is 44% off for $39.19. The intermission expansion goes for $20, so essentially you're getting the game for $20 as well. FF7 Remake is tremendous. I know some of you guys got it through PlayStation Plus, so you can play it that way, but if you didn't get it through PS Plus, this is a pretty solid pickup. FF7 Remake obviously does, I think it's, you know, not a secret at this point, does kind of turn the Final Fantasy VII story on its head. We'll see where they ultimately take it in the future parts, but the game itself is great visually. It's absolutely stunning. Performance-wise on the PS5, it's very good. Gameplay is going to be more accessible, I think, to a modern audience with the action-oriented gameplay. You can take it back to a more old-school route if you want to. Content-wise, there's quite a bit. It's not like you're getting into a huge open world or anything like that, but there is a good amount of side content, a good amount of additional content, and if you want to do everything, it'll take you quite a while, especially if you're trying to go for the Platinum Trophy. Again, $39.19 for this, I think, is a very good pickup. Speaking of JRPGs, another one that's kind of a sleeper deal on this sale, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. If you're a Plus subscriber, this is down to $29.99. This is an excellent pickup. I love the Ys games. I thought Ys 8 was excellent. Ys 7, Ys Oath and Falcana, all those games are really good. Ys 9 is a solid pickup as well. Takes the tone a little bit darker, but it still has the fundamentals that everybody knows and loves out of Ys. Great gameplay, great soundtrack. The soundtrack is phenomenal, and the combat system is great as well. Solid cast of characters, and obviously you don't have to play the previous Ys games to jump right into Ys 9. Usually I recommend to start off with Ys 8 because that's usually available cheaper, but at $30 I think Monstrum Nox is a pretty good pickup. If you haven't picked it up yet and you played Ys 8 and you enjoyed that, you'll really like this. And even if you want to jump into Ys for the first time, definitely not a bad option. Next up, we have The Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive Series. I didn't even realize this was on sale. I think I mentioned Walking Dead Season 1 in our other video as a part of this sale. This totally missed me. $25 for this is pretty solid because it has everything. Walking Dead Seasons 1 through 4, 400 days, The Walking Dead Michonne series, that's 50 hours of gameplay as they noted, 23 episodes. Obviously, I've said it before, but I thought it peaked at Walking Dead Season 1. I thought Season 1 was tremendous. Season 2 was very good as well. Season 3, not as high on that one, but overall, you're still getting a very, very great and emotional story-driven experience here. And when I played Walking Dead Season 1, I wasn't even a Walking Dead fan. Like, I watched Walking Dead pretty recently. I watched Walking Dead back in, like, early 2020. So I went into this not even knowing that much about Walking Dead, and I didn't have any, you know, attachment towards the IP, but played it, loved it, great time, made me cry at the end of Season 1, and, you know, a lot of people, it made them cry. So $25 for that, I think, is great. And a game that, yes, it's not like a co-op game or anything like that, but a game that, you know, you can gather a group of people in, and you could all enjoy the story together. One person just plays the game, but you can get invested into the story and whatnot. 25 bucks, I think that's great. Next up, we have the Mafia Trilogy, 50% off for $29.99. So this does include Mafia Definitive Edition, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, and Mafia 3 Definitive Edition. Mafia 1 Definitive Edition still goes for like 20 bucks on the PlayStation Store, so that alone covers a large majority of the price. Mafia 2 is my favorite of the 3 Mafia games. I think it has great story, you know, more of a linear style of gameplay, but still very good. Unfortunately, the Mafia 2 upgrade isn't anything to write home about, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Mafia 3 takes Mafia into a big open world, and I was incredibly excited about the game. A lot of people found it disappointing. However, it's still, I think, a pretty decent game. You know, a lot of the content gets a bit repetitive, but the elements of the presentation, the voice acting, I think, is excellent, and the story's still pretty engaging. So I think all 3 for 30 bucks is a good buy. You know, Mafia 1, again, going for $20, covering a large portion of the bundle's price. That's really where the value is coming from. Would I like to see it a little bit cheaper? Yeah, I think if you can get the trilogy for $20, that'd be great, but, you know, them's the break. Mafia, you know, the original Mafia still goes for $20. Next up, we have Red Dead Redemption 2, 60% off for $23.99. The only real negative I can say about Red Dead Redemption 2 from a single-player standpoint is the fact that we have no damn PS5 upgrade. Where is our PS5 upgrade? We need this game at 60 frames per second. I played this game on PC as well, and having this game at 60 frames per second, ideally upgraded visuals on the PS5 would be so fantastic. Otherwise, if you have a PS4, and you can play it on PS5, of course, it's a fantastic game. Like, the story in this game is so great. There's so much content. The world feels alive. Visually, it's still a stunning game without a, you know, true PS5 upgrade. And $24 for all the content that you're getting in this game, I think is great. Yes, Red Dead Online is memes. It's not great, but Red Dead Redemption 2 from a single-player standpoint is tremendous, and at $24, easy recommendation here. Next up, we have the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition, which is 40% off for $29.99. Now, you know, that's still kind of expensive for Skyrim, given that this game came out November 11, 2011, but this does include the Anniversary Edition upgrade, which that itself goes for $19.99, so you're essentially paying $9.99 for Skyrim if you like to see it that way. Love the PS5 upgrade, finally getting it to, you know, better performance. The game itself, I have a soft spot for Skyrim. I've beaten it so many times, and I love the game. It has so much replayability, and if you want to do everything in the Anniversary Edition, it'll take you quite a bit of time. I think if this was at $19.99, it would be like the perfect price, just because, you know, paying 30 bucks for a game that did essentially come out 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, still kind of stings, but, you know, it's Skyrim. If you haven't played it ever, I would say go and buy it. It's a fantastic experience, and while it is a bummer that Elder Scrolls 6 probably won't be coming to PlayStation, at least on PlayStation, you can live with Skyrim and have a great time with that. Next up, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey Gold Edition, 75% off for $24.99. Now, you guys know me, I'm not the biggest fan of the new style of Assassin's Creed games. However, I know a lot of people do really enjoy them, and if you assess Odyssey fundamentally, I do think there's a lot of great elements to it. I'm not a big fan of the microtransactions, not a big fan of the double XP pack. That is a thing, and the game is a bit too grindy for my taste, but if you do want a game with a lot of content, this is definitely going to have it. This also includes the Season Pass, so that's nice. And you have Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered included in the Gold Edition, so not only are you getting AC Odyssey, you're getting AC3, you're getting AC3 Liberation, which you probably shouldn't play, but AC3 is quite good, and, you know, a little bit of a slow start to AC3, but I liked Assassin's Creed 3 more than probably most people. Odyssey, I think a lot of people will find enjoyment out of. If you want an expansive open world to explore, it's gonna have that, and it's gonna keep you busy for quite a while. I know people that have sunk, you know, well over 70, 80 hours into the game, so Take that for what you will. It's just these new style of Assassin's Creed games aren't my cup of tea, but that's my personal opinion. For you, you might really enjoy it, so take it for what you will. And again, the Gold Edition has a ton of content. Lastly, I do want to give a shout to Streets of Rage 4, which is 50% off for $12.49. I initially played this through Xbox Game Pass, and I really enjoyed it. I played Streets of Rage back in the day a little bit, but it's not like a franchise I have, you know, like a nostalgic attachment towards or anything like that. Visually, the game is stunning. It still retains like nostalgic beat-em-up feels for those of you guys that like played a lot of beat-em-ups during the Super Nintendo era. It's reminiscent of a lot of those arcade beat-em-ups, and it's just a fun time, especially if you got a couple friends to play with. I think you're gonna enjoy that quite a bit. That's gonna be a great time. You can play with up to 4 people offline, and I believe you can go a duo online. So, yeah, pretty good there. Again, I would check it out for $12.49. Maybe that initial $25 price tag was a little bit expensive, but at $12.49, I do think it's a pretty good pickup. Again, if you're a fan of beat-em-ups, love the art style to this game as well. Again, modernizing it, but also having an old-school feel at the same time. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a ton of deals available as a part of the Critics' Choice sale. Again, I know it's not everybody's favorite sale that PlayStation Store has ran in a while. Given that, you know, we're still not that long removed from the holiday sale. Yes, this is a bit of a fall off from that, but still some good stuff available. That's going to do it for me. Do sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.